Combi had run their car off the bridge.
I'm not going in there. She's clearly had enough of me.
Why does this keep happening? What am I supposed to do?
And we're back here. Well, perfect time to have a look around this place. What is that?
A good example about problems we need to solve when we create game worlds like this is the attic, where we need to sell the idea that we have this large roof we need to support, but we also wanted to use the supporting beams as something that would cast expressive and kind of these thick, long shadows from the moonlit window.
The attic in the original game is not only the first room that the player visits, it's also a room the dev team spent a lot of time in it because it was the first room we worked worked on, and actually it's kind of abstract of the whole game. You can find a lot of principles of the game in it. You can push items, you can find books, you can find weapons, and it's actually a lot of way of working in the game exists in the attic.
This is where Jeremy's hiding, right?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jeremy?
I need help!
Wait. Can you hear me?
I'm stuck in the mud and the bayou is taking
Jeremy.
me.
Where are you?
The motor is dead. I can't do anything more.
Hang on, Jeremy. I'll figure something out. I'll get the boat running.
The boat's wedged itself right into the bayou. If I get the motor started, I could try reversing back into the river.
For the steamboat, we really used the overgrowth theme well. I think you can almost feel how the overgrowth is taking over the ship, and it's just spreading like crazy.
pretty weak. I just need something to break it.
To add discomfort and tension to the player, we let the chip have a very strong tilt going. And this is actually something we have used throughout the game to play with the perspective and just add this general discomfort.
This definitely needs fuel.
Maybe the older players may recognize the music which is playing, which is Danse Macabre, which won the right record to choose in the original game to make the ghost move.
Are you ready to tell me what happened in the attic? I put a rope around my neck, and then I strangled all the life from my body. Are you under the impression that you died? Yes. No. I was supposed to die. What does that mean? That you were supposed to die. I'm the catalyst. I had to die to make the story.
What are you referring to, Jeremy?
30 years ago, Frederic needed me to die.
You're not making any sense, Jeremy. Find your focus.
Hey! I cheated everyone. I didn't play my part.
Hey!
I escaped my doom. My destiny.
Again, find your focus.
Hey, I'm right here. What the hell is going on?
Now everything is wrong. Nothing is in
Hey!
place.
I'm right here!
Calm down, Mr. Conby. What do you want?
Were you not talking to Jeremy right now?
I haven't seen Jeremy all day. Are you all right, Detective?
No. Actually, I don't think so. Well, maybe. I'm gonna go look for Jeremy.
Good. Let me know if you find him.
That was Jeremy's self-deceit, a steamboat stuck in the mud? I'm not going to pretend I understand any of that. What a bunch of psychoanalytic nonsense.
Detective, am I glad to see you. Lock the door, will you? I don't think Dr. Gray would appreciate us snooping around.
What's going on here? This feels so strange.
Yeah, this kind of static camera in the game reminds me a lot the original one, but actually I hated it because when the character face a room, a new room, from the player point of view, you cannot see inside the room, so you are scared to walk in, but actually the character in the game can see inside the room, and it disturbed me a lot during the whole dev of the game.
The fixed camera angle in the rooms we call Gray's apartment is of course a direct reference to not just the story or the setting of the original, but the actual style of that game. When we first started developing our game, there was a brief discussion on making the whole game like this, but we decided against it because it felt limiting in so many ways. But I personally think it has a lot of charm, and a fixed camera has a lot going for it. I like how it frames things that are important to the player. Since Chapter 4 is about making the player feel that their character might be going crazy, it felt like a fun way to show this as well. Jumping from the shoulder camera to this much more observing view, we get a sense of an out-of-body experience. So while it's certainly a fun nod to the original, it also fit the experience we wanted to convey.
Dr. Gray is dealing with some kind of mass delusion.
Huh. Has that been there this whole time?
Good to finally meet you, Mr. Hartwood. I'm here on the behalf of your brother Philip. You were expecting me, weren't you?
Yes. You're from the city, no?
That's right. I just wanted to ask you a few questions to see if there is anything I can do to help you and your family.
Okay.
I understand you're full of imagination. You make up a lot of things.
I suppose.
And you obsess over them, blurring reality and fiction.
Sometimes.
Do you want to tell me about the Dark Man?
No, I don't.
That's all right. Perhaps there is something else you can tell me. Something you know to be made up, but you hold dear.
Juan?
John? Who's John?
No, Juan Luis Jorge.
Oh, wait there a moment. Here, take a look. Is he... Oh, he is the author.
That mark on the floor looks like talisman positions, but from which direction should I look at it?
The Snake Dagger, a monograph by Yael Klein. In Ludwig Prin's book on pagan rituals called The Mystery of the Grave, as translated by Nicholas Vachy,
What were you saying about mass delusion?
Derceto seems to have a deranging effect on people living close by. It has a history of creating cults devoted to some nature goddess. Even the name Derceto refers to the cult existing here before the Civil War. Derceto was the name of an ancient fertility goddess worshipped in Syria. Dr. Gray and his friends, however, seem to prefer the black goat of the woods with 1,000 young, or Shub-Nigroth. And that name can only have come from my uncle's twisted mind.
Hello?
Detective Conby.
Who is this? Jeremy?
Jeremy is with the Dark Man. You can't save him.
Well, I've done everything he wanted so far, and there's just one more thing on the list. I expect him to keep his promise and return Jeremy unharmed.
Get out, Detective. While you still can.
think all of them are in this cult business? Even Jeremy?
I'm not sure any of them have a choice at this point. We just need to find a way to stop all of this.
Detective Conby wanted nothing more than to make sense of it all. But clearly, that was not in the cards right now.
You okay? You look a little frazzled.
Just stupid telephone.
I know, I tried calling the police earlier. The telephone is completely dead.
It's not... Yeah, no, the telephone isn't working.
Miss Hartwood, I think you're gonna want to see this.
Is there something in the closet?
Yeah, there is. You don't see the very obvious gate leading to whatever Jeremy's madness is serving up next?
I don't understand. Are you making some kind of fashion metaphor? I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. Can you just tell me what you're doing?
You don't see this. It's fine. It's fine. Catch you later.
Are you going inside the closet?
Yeah. Got a problem with that?
No. Do what you think is right, detective.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Goodbye, Miss Hartwood.
The Arctic level is the second and last extreme otherworld.
We found the ancient stellarium perched on a cliff facing the Arctic Ocean after a day of sailing due north of the Eskimo encampment. Jacob van Oostad was our most keen member of the expedition. He had been chasing down the source of a peculiar type of crystallized metal present in several sacred items among the natives on the northeast coast of Greenland.
Kind of bookends the madness, where we start in the desert, the warm desert, and ending in the cold Arctic. And the warm desert, of course, is being the lion's nest, so to speak, for the Dark Man. And the cold Arctic is therefore the opposite. It's a world dreamed into existence by Jeremy to protect his own manic personality. And in charge of this protection is Jacob van Oostad, who we find and fight on top of a cliff. I could go on about how the last layer of hell in Dante's Inferno is a cold wasteland, but that was an afterthought. It really was a lot less complicated than that. It was just a text in the original called The Unfinished Chapter of Terra Incognita by Jacob van Oostad, which conjured this vision of an Arctic landscape, and that really fitted well with our narrative, so we incorporated it.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? What is this place?
Turn back, detective. You're not wanted here.
Whoa, take it easy. I'm not your enemy.
Oh, you're wrong, detective. You're wrong.
For the observatory, which is the alien-looking structures you see here, we really try to avoid going too much into the sci-fi trope and went more towards a more ancient-looking construction. And I think we found a very nice shape language for the final observatory structure, which is this sphere you can see here, and it has the Taroea star symbols on the ground, and yeah, I think it's a really nice environment, showing off some really nice 3D art, and we have obviously the northern lights or aurora borealis, giving it some magic glow going, which is also a nice touch.
I did everything! Aren't you happy? Stupid charlatan! What more do you want from me? You want me to lose my mind?
Oh, my Lord! Doctor! Baptiste! Quick!
Jesus. What are you thinking, compadre?
You awake? You are awake. Mr. Conby's up.
Hey, buddy! I thought you'd be knocked out for the rest of the night. Come on out and join us, will you? I'll save you some gumbo.
Good to have you back. You gave us all a good scare.
What happened?
You had a psychological breakdown. Sorry for manhandling you, but you were being violent.
You stabbed Jeremy and then punched Dr. Gray.
Are they okay?
Jeremy's a little strange, but everything's back to normal.
Really?
All thanks to you, combat. You want to try standing up?
Well, if it isn't the hero of the day. How are you feeling, Detective?
Never better. How about you two? Hey, Jeremy, I didn't do too much damage, did I?
Things are fine. Very quiet.
What's up with him? Painkillers?
No. You see, despite you having the finesse of a one-eyed butcher, you managed to lobotomize dear Jeremy.
I did what?
It's actually quite impressive. It's not like I hadn't considered it myself. I just wish Jeremy could have been helped without reducing his personality to that of an oyster.
But he's gonna live.
Of course. As long as someone keeps feeding him, he'll outlive the best of us.
Hey, Ruth. Glad to see you made it back to Derceto.
You too, Detective. Make sure to stay for the festivities. It's no Mardi Gras, but it ain't bad.
Good to see you back on your feet, Detective. Have some gumbo.
Thanks. I'll save it for later. That is one impressive tree.
More impressive than you could ever imagine.
All right, tell me, what the hell's about to happen here?
Every year we have a little turn-the-page ceremony by the tree. It's symbolical. It's like life has its cycles of grief and happiness. You know? Just like a tree facing the seasons. Things change, but remain the same.
Hey, kid. What are you up to?
Preparing for the ceremony. I don't want to disappoint Mother.
What are you looking for?
Just keeping an eye out for the storm. Radio says it could be a wild one.
Everyone knows what to do? Y'all know the new words.
Mrs. Thompson, we talked about this. I'm not sure everyone is comfortable.
Doctor, I insist. This is important. We've waited for so long, Doctor.
Let's just go with the old song. Not every change is an improvement.
Boss, good or bad, we need to move forward.
All in, Doc. Let's bet it all. But we don't know what we're dealing with.
It'll be okay, Doctor. Better even.
Hell, there are praises in abundance to the black goat of the woods. Hear us, Mother. Take pity on us. Take pity on us.
Ever there praises and abundance to the black goat of the woods. On us.
Hear us, Mother, and take pity on us. Take pity on us.
Ever there's praises and abundance to the black goat of the woods. Hear us, Mother, and take pity on us.
Stop! Are you crazy?
This here's what needs to happen, Carlton.
Grace! Stop!
Yeah! Shoot the ground! Yeah! Shoot the ground! Stop in the ground! Yeah! Stop in the ground!
Get my uncle out of here!
Jeremy, come with me! Get over here! Jeremy, come with me! Jeremy, come here!
No! There has to be another one! No! Jeremy!
I can't let that monster leave Derceto. I have to stop it.
game, we couldn't see the house from the outside. And because of the limitation at this time, and also the fire at the end of the game, you put the fire on the tree, which is really better now.
To mirror her satanic side, we put 5 legs into the monster design of the black coat. And if you would draw a line between the hooves, it would create a pentagram.
The amount of clear Lovecraftian references was a continuous issue that we wrestled with, and a clear case of that is the black goat of the woods, which is the name for the tree. So we start out with learning about this cult, that this is something that the staff mainly is engaged with. As more we learn, we figure out the connection to Chernigorod, and also if you're very Lovecraftian nerdy, you will start to think of the dark youngs, which are these big trees that can move and fight. And we haven't, even I don't really know exactly what you're fighting, but it's kind of up to the player to figure out if they want to think of this as the actual Chernigorod, a dark young, or just a big nasty tree that's called the black goat, with some very cool satanic imagery.
Oh, I like this surprise. Actually, in the original game, the tree was down in the caves, and now the tree, you can see it since the beginning, and you fight it from the attic. This is quite a good surprise.
Thank you very much for listening in. I hope you have enjoyed the playthrough and hearing us talking about some of the thoughts we had while making this game. Bye.
Thank you for listening to us, and if you are still here and 30 years after the first episode, it means that you are a very good fan. Thank you to you.
Thank you for playing and for listening to us rant about the game. Again, I'm Mikael Hedberg, creative director, signing off.
Detective!
Oh, what the hell was that?
I tried to tell you. There was so much evidence. Their devotion to the Black Goat was like nothing I've ever seen before. I felt so dumb believing any of it, but I'm glad I did.
Are you okay?
Everything is out of order. This isn't the way the story goes. I shouldn't be alive.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome, buddy.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I kinda like it. You ruined everything, but I'm not mad.
All right, you ready to head back to New Orleans?
Come on, Jeremy. We're leaving.
Can I come?
I thought you said you didn't need saving.
Don't leave her. She's important.
Of course we're taking her with us.